KTN News.
Now, imagine being born with good eyesight, and as a young boy, you have big dreams. Only for one day, at the age of 10, you wake up and there is no more sunshine. Your world turns dark. Now, this is the story of Julius Mbura, who has gone blind twice, but never let that define his future.
My name is Julius Mbura. I am a visually impaired person. I call myself VIP. And I was not born blind. So I was born in the 90s, a sighted child. And all my life, I think my childhood was just a normal childhood. And I don't like using the word normal. Up until the age of 10, when I lost my sight for the first time. And this brought a very dark cloud in my life. I felt the world caving in because I couldn't imagine living the rest of my life as a blind person. And I think from that time, my life changed. I remember I woke up in the morning and it was very dark. I went back to sleep. I could feel the normal activities of the day, then started to wake up and feel what was going on. And my mom at the time got into the room, and as I was like running away from her, because she knew I didn't like the school I was in. So prior to that, an aunt of mine had noticed the way I look at people. My eyeballs were becoming squintier, so I couldn't look at you directly. And when we tried to look for interventions, we went to the best eye hospital at the time in Kenya. This is Kikuyu Eye Unit. They didn't see the problem. And that's because when you look at me, you didn't tell that I'm blind. The outer part of my eye, or my eyes, are very intact. So if you look at my iris, my cornea, my pupil, everything is okay. But the condition I have affects the back of the eye. So they didn't see the problem. And then I was taken to a private doctor who actually misdiagnosed me. I was taken to school for mentally challenged people. And I really didn't want to be there. So that time, running away from my mom, it was for safety. And I hit the wall. The behavior changed because I was becoming agitated every time. Like, especially for kids in the class, they'd ask me, hey, when you can't see? And that would like trigger me. But I didn't know why I was being triggered. And again, I was in denial. I didn't want to look like I'm weak just because I can't see like any other child in the classroom. So I remember I used to sit at the back of the class, and then little by little I started coming to the front. But to me, it was more of like a game, like going to the board and trying to read everything that the teacher has written and coming to put it down. And I didn't know it was like my sight gradually, slipping away. So I regained after a year and a half. And at the time I was in Thika Primary School for the Blind. So I had been taught Braille, mobility, using a white cane, readjusting to the blind universe, as I call it. And I remember very well, it used to come little by little. Like today, I realized the tinge on grass is a bit vivid, the green color. And tomorrow I realize I can now tell the shape of the tree, small things that would excite me actually. Yeah, so it came back to a point where I could read and write with my naked eyes. But again, like after like 7 months, started going down again. So it was like a roller coaster. You start building up only to break it down just because you're thinking now that you're okay. Then after like a while, you're not okay. Then you're being prescribed for glasses and I had to use magnifying lenses up until class 8. But then high school, I had to do like pure Braille because the lenses were very heavy magnification. So they were taking a lot from my eyes than gaining, than helping me. So I had to do pure Braille in high school. Then campus, I transitioned into soft copy using a computer with a screen reader. I got exposed to the digital world by the organization, actually, the organization I work for now, Enable. They came to our school, they brought computers with a screen reader, and that's when we realized, blind people can use a computer like anyone else. Yeah, and the world opened up to me. My underlying condition is called maculopathy, and that is what attacked first. And then my body sort of like fought back. I had cell regeneration. And the second time that I lost it is in 2019. But in 2014, I went for extensive reviews. And the doctors told me there's a high chance of you to like lose your sight again. So I sort of like maximized on the little sight I had. And by the time I was getting to 2019, now the condition I have is called retinitis pigmentosa. So it affects the retina, and it's on pigmentation and also the cells of the retina. So if you look at my eye, you wouldn't tell that I'm blind, but the back of the eye, that's where the distortion happens. I woke up, I thought I was like in the middle of the night because it was dark. But when I woke up again and I was running away from my mom, I hit the wall. And that is where my life changed. The second time I was coming out of, so when you finish university, when you're doing law, you have to go to Kenya School of Law. So I was in Kenya School of Law, and one day I'm walking home after being alighting at the bus stop, and I felt this boda coming my way. I tried looking, squinting, even looking sideways, because my peripheral was better when I was low vision, and I couldn't see anything. So I tried like really concentrating, and by the time I was making the swift decision of like going to the left, the guy had decided to go to the right to evade, not to like hit me, and his right was my left. So that's how I got hit by the motorbike, and it actually dawned on me that I'm actually blind again. I think in life you think you're prepared until it actually happens. I thought I was prepared emotionally to deal with it until it happened. It disrupted my norm for a while, but I think the orientation and also the preparedness that I had put myself in to make sure that I'm at a vantage point helped me a lot to cope with that, because it was more of readjusting and realigning, and also like just putting everything that I had learned into fruition now. I think before the age of 10, I really wanted, at some point I wanted to be a pilot. I also had big dreams of being like a film director / producer / actor. And I think when I finished Form 4, I was looking at the courses that are available to me. The government had given me special education, but I really didn't want to be a teacher. So I saw the gaps in the policies that we have in regard to persons with disabilities. And I was like, the presumptions that the society have, how about I do a course that would push for change, especially starting with legislation, law and policy. And that's how I decided to do law. But to me, I did say that I think also the way people say everything happens for a reason, I think being blind has given me a chance to tap into my potential and even reconnect with my passions. My advocacy is more focused on disability inclusion, equity, equality, and also the dignity of life for persons with disabilities to improve on the quality of life. If at all we can get to a point where the society doesn't look at persons with disabilities as inferior people or people who need help all the time, the charity model, getting that out of the way and not sympathizing or giving pity. Instead of that, giving opportunity and looking at merit and also at how we can make these people, better themselves and improve on their life. I think that would be the gift I'd give back to the disability community, but also the wider society. I had to put a lot of skill into my tactile touch and feel, because that's now my primary way of seeing. I see through my hands. So by touching different body panels, and I had to immerse a lot of knowledge from manufacturers, engineers, body designers, and concept of cars to know like a brand like Toyota, what they stand for. A brand like Mazda, what is their design accents? What do they put on their body lines? What is it that makes them unique from Honda, Mercedes? What differentiates that to a BMW just by touching? So I interpret all that information into tactile by touch and feel. As I said, I normally use like body lines, shapes, especially like the headlights and the taillights, and also like the silhouette feel of the car to tell which car I'm dealing with. So with this profile, I can already tell these are definitely a small car, sort of like maybe a hatchback, yeah. And then, yeah, because even with the wheelbase, it's almost coming to the end. So I think this is a Honda Fit. So the shape of the tail lights and this light right here. Yeah.
Okay,
One more.
This way? Yeah.
This one?
Yes.
So with the height of the bonnet, I can already tell this is a big car because you see, like the other one was here, this one is here. These are most definitely either an SUV or a pickup. So the grille, and it's Japanese. This is their design language. For Germans, the crease is actually very like crisp. For Audis, VWs, and then go to the profile. I already have ideas. This roof rail.
Is that obvious?
Yeah, it's obvious. I know one manufacturer who uses that a lot. Yeah, I was right. This is a Nissan X-Trail.
What?
The old model, and that's because of the taillights. So the refresh of the new model from 2017, they're using, the taillights don't go all the way up. Then these lights, of course, with this bump right here, that gave me an idea. So this one, again, with the size of the bonnet, I can already tell it's a small, maybe a hatchback. Yeah, most probably a hatchback. Yeah. So this is, I have to say, a Pazzo, the old model. Yeah, I've touched a lot of cars. I've touched a lot of cars.
So should I give you some? Okay, this last one. Then
Okay, okay.
I don't know what else to give you.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, interesting. We have a hood scoop, so that tells me it actually has a turbo. And then the fenders, this has to be, this is interesting, because with the front profile, I put it at, I thought it was like a Hilux or something, but this is a Fortuner, Toyota Fortuner. And this the diesel variant, so I have probably maybe a diesel.
What?
Yeah. I'm in love with nature, so I do a lot of hiking.
And you skate as well?
I skate, yeah.
You're a good skater.
Yeah, I'm a good skater.
Okay.
I actually do a lot of skating. And I think I push boundaries a lot when it comes to activities like, on my bucket list, I have like paragliding. That one I have to do by the end of the year. I occasionally drive, but not on mainstream roads. I also ride motorbikes. That's something I like. I think the adrenaline of speed, that gets to me. And also cooking, yeah, and fashion, yeah,
So
and dancing, you know.
Oh, you can dance?
Yeah, I do break dance.
Yes, dance for us. We'll give a beat on our heads and dance.
Yeah, so yeah.
All right.
And poetry also.
So for you, disability is not an inability?
Yeah, the disability to me is source of strength than weakness, and it's never been a limitation to me at all.
Okay.
To aspire and to have dreams and goals, go beyond what I'm capable of, and to just push boundaries and keep on pushing.
Yes.
Coming live from KTN. This has been your host.
Yes, you're the host.
I'm the host, yes. This has been your host, Julius Mbura. See you on the next one, and keep it right here to see, because I can't see, to see impactful stories and to follow on the latest news.